You know, Jamie, he's been here almost a century, but to sit down and chat with Sergeant Frank Moody, you'd never know it. This World War II vet, who comes from a long line of service members in his family, is alert, playful, honest, and always willing to tell his story. He's a living, breathing history book, ready and able to answer your questions about life, his military service, and the world during three of its most historic decades, the 1920s, 30s, and 40s. Army Sergeant Frank Moody has seen it all.
I went from peacetime Army, National Guard, to the Federal Army. When they bombed Pearl Harbor, we became permanent.
But that wasn't always on this 93-year-old war hero's mind. Born in Petersburg, Virginia in 1922, Moody grew up on a small farm where the daily grind was pretty simple.
Milk the cow, go to school, and come home, milk the cow. That's my job.
Money, though, not so simple at all. He recalls as a teenager selling milk in the street and trying to sell tomatoes to make ends meet.
And you couldn't sell them for 50 cents a bushel.
In 1939, Moody went a different route, enlisting with the Maryland National Guard. A move he admits took a bit of creativity.
Oh, I lied for my age, but my idea was to go to school, any school they had.
It was an education that fit Moody perfectly as he earned his way up the ranks to sergeant and assistant platoon leader. He thought his time, though, in the Guard, though, would be limited.
Well, Roosevelt said, you're in the National Guard, you're in for 1 year.
That all changed on December 7th, 1941. He got the call that he was being shipped to the European front in spring of 1944. He was ready to go, but before being deployed, there was one last thing he needed to do: marry his girlfriend of 3 years, Marion Timmis.
After I got the orders to go overseas, I said, well, it's now or never. So we got married, and I took off.
In July 1944, Sergeant Frank Moody led a group of 200 men onto Omaha Beach days after D-Day, an invasion that saw more than 9,000 Allied forces lost. He was among those originally slated to take the beach, but in the days prior to the attack, he learned he would be remaining behind.
Officer of the day called me out of 60 men and said, Sergeant Moody! And I just hit him, I just landed. He says, you're the sergeant of the day. I'm the officer of the day. I spent 2 weeks in England on guard duty.
Moody remained on the front until November of that year, when he was shot by a German sniper.
Hit my rifle, tore it all to pieces, and only got a little sliver in my hand. I didn't get hit.
He left the battlefield for a field hospital to have his wounded hand checked. He expected to return to the fight within hours. He would never set foot on the front again.
I weighed 24 pounds, and I hadn't slept for 4 days and hadn't eaten for 4 days. I had a heart attack.
Moody was transferred to an American hospital in Belgium, where his training served him well, helping evacuate the wounded during the Battle of the Bulge.
The Germans attacked, and 2 tanks were coming down 40 feet from the hospital, and I had to get out of there.
Discharged in 1945, Sergeant Moody came back home to wife Marion and their daughter. He worked as a steam fitter, helping with a number of buildings in Washington, D.C. Guess you could say he's always had his hand on history.
So I was busy for 40 years, making good money. I'm superintendent.
He retired in the mid-1980s. Marion passed away just 3 months ago, but Sergeant Moody is still here, still telling those stories, and still a shining reminder of a time since past when our heroes were those we would also call our neighbors. And he was a fascinating man. Sergeant Frank Moody, as we said, his wife Marion passed away 3 months ago. He has since moved to Hagerstown to be near his family, and he's currently writing his memoirs in a book entitled World War II Point Man. He says that'll soon be available on ebook, and it's sure to contain some fascinating stories about his life and time.
Wow.